Did you know that Dionysus, the god of wine, revelry, and fertility, was not always the jovial, boisterous figure we see in the myths? His story is one of chaos, transformation, and a struggle for power that shook the very foundations of Olympus. It began long before the birth of the god himself, with the tragic tale of his mother, Semele, a mortal princess of Thebes. Semele, beautiful and proud, caught the eye of Zeus, the king of the gods. Their love was passionate, but Zeus, ever cautious, kept his true identity a secret. He visited her in the guise of a mortal, showering her with gifts and promises. Semele, however, was consumed by a burning desire to know the truth. She demanded proof of his divinity, a request that would seal her fate. Zeus, bound by an oath to grant her any wish, reluctantly agreed. He appeared before her in all his glory, a blinding flash of lightning and thunder, a spectacle that no mortal could withstand. Semele, consumed by the divine fire, was instantly incinerated. Zeus, heartbroken and filled with remorse, rescued his unborn child from the flames. He sewed the infant Dionysus into his thigh, carrying him to term until the child was born. This act of divine intervention, however, did not shield Dionysus from the wrath of Hera, Zeus's jealous wife. Hera, enraged by Zeus's infidelity, plotted against the infant god. She sent the Titans, monstrous beings of primordial chaos, to kidnap and dismember Dionysus. The Titans, driven by Hera's fury, tore the god apart, leaving only scattered fragments of his body. But Dionysus, a god of life and rebirth, could not be truly destroyed. From his scattered remains, a vine sprouted, its leaves shimmering with the divine light of the god. Zeus, witnessing this miracle, knew that his son was not truly gone. He sent Hermes, the messenger god, to retrieve the scattered fragments of Dionysus. Hermes, swift and cunning, gathered the pieces and brought them to Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war. Athena, touched by the tragedy, used her divine power to reassemble the god, breathing life back into his shattered form. Dionysus, reborn from the ashes of his own destruction, was a changed god. He was no longer the innocent child, but a powerful deity, imbued with the raw energy of chaos and the resilience of life itself. He was a god of duality, embodying both the wild, untamed forces of nature and the intoxicating joy of revelry. His journey, however, was far from over. Hera, still consumed by jealousy, continued to persecute Dionysus. She sent the Maenads, wild women driven by a frenzy of madness, to hunt him down. The Maenads, fueled by Hera's rage, became a force of destruction, tearing apart anyone who dared to oppose them. Dionysus, however, was not one to be easily defeated. He used his divine power to manipulate the Maenads, turning their frenzy into a celebration of life and revelry. He taught them the secrets of winemaking, the intoxicating power of the grape, and the ecstatic dance that could release the soul from its earthly bonds. The Maenads, transformed from instruments of destruction into ecstatic followers of the god, became his loyal companions. They spread his message of joy and liberation, celebrating the wildness of nature and the intoxicating power of wine. Dionysus, however, was not content with simply spreading joy and revelry. He sought to challenge the established order of Olympus, to bring his own brand of chaos and transformation to the world. He traveled far and wide, spreading his influence, teaching mortals the secrets of winemaking and the art of ecstatic dance. His journey took him to India, where he encountered the wild, untamed forces of nature, the untamed energy of the jungle, and the intoxicating power of the sacred plant, Soma. He learned the secrets of shamanism, the ability to commune with the spirits of the natural world, and the power of ritual to transcend the boundaries of reality. He returned to Greece, a changed god, his eyes burning with the fire of the divine, his heart filled with the wild energy of the untamed. He challenged the authority of the Olympian gods, demanding recognition for his own power and the power of the wild, untamed forces of nature. His challenge was met with resistance. The Olympian gods, accustomed to their own power and order, saw Dionysus as a threat to their authority. They feared his influence, the intoxicating power of his revelry, and the chaos he brought to the world. The conflict between Dionysus and the Olympian gods reached its climax in the story of Pentheus, the king of Thebes. Pentheus, a staunch traditionalist, saw Dionysus as a threat to the established order. He banned the god's worship, imprisoning the Maenads and persecuting his followers. Dionysus, however, was not one to be easily defied. He used his divine power to manipulate Pentheus, driving him mad with a frenzy of madness. Pentheus, blinded by his own rage, rushed into the wild, believing himself to be a god. The Maenads, fueled by their own ecstatic frenzy, tore Pentheus apart, a gruesome spectacle that served as a warning to anyone who dared to oppose the god. Dionysus, victorious in his struggle against Pentheus, had proven his power. He had shown that even the most powerful mortals could be brought low by the intoxicating power of his revelry, the wild energy of his followers, and the untamed forces of nature. His victory, however, was not a simple triumph over his enemies. It was a victory for the wild, untamed forces of nature, for the intoxicating power of revelry, and for the freedom of the human spirit. Dionysus, the god of wine, revelry, and fertility, became a symbol of the power of chaos, the intoxicating joy of life, and the untamed energy of the human spirit. He was a god who challenged the established order, who embraced the wildness of nature, and who taught mortals the power of revelry and the intoxicating joy of life. His story, however, is not simply a tale of chaos and revelry. It is a story of transformation, of the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity, and of the intoxicating joy of life itself. It is a story that continues to resonate with us today, reminding us of the power of the wild, the intoxicating joy of revelry, and the untamed energy that lies within us all.